Buddy Melt 1993. I just saw that in cinemas with an hour-long Q&A with the director. And before I start this review, I'm just going to say a fun little story. So this review was in a nightclub, an 18-plus nightclub, and I'm only 16. But I really wanted to see this film because it came with the Q&A. So that's probably the most illegal thing I've ever done, entered a nightclub, which good on me if that's the most illegal thing I've done. I'm a go-to shoes, but no, I didn't order alcohol, but there was lots of alcohol there. I did get the voice recording of the Q&A, all hour of it. Not going to post it online because I'm pretty sure it's illegal to record someone's voice without their consent. So, yeah. But I'm happy I have it. Apparently he coined the term body horror, which makes sense, but after seeing that film, yeah, it makes sense. But now, let's go into the review. So, in the credits, it said it was an anthology of 4 stories, which is so accurate. The film portrays itself as this one big story, but it feels so disconnected, everything, because there are 4 different stories in it. It's the most unique anthology I've ever seen, as in the terms of how it portrays the short stories. It tries to take on the Trick or Treat format, where it's all in one world, and the stories happen simultaneously, but no, Trick or Treat displays the stories in an order. This tries to make it seem simultaneously, which just leaves such a sour taste in my mouth, because it got me a little bit confused. With Trick or Treat, you always knew the order, and it was so cool. With VHS, the stories were separate. That also worked. But the way that they did this anthology didn't work. And it just left me more confused than I should be watching this film. Because in the Q&A, he just said, there is no purpose to this film. It's just fun, dumb, exploitation goodness. I always like those films, so that's good. From a film called Body Melt, you expect there to be lots of gore, lots of blood, lots of gooey goodness, and the film very much did deliver on that part. I really did enjoy it. So, maybe if you're just in the mood for something shitty, put on Body Melt. It's not going to be deep. Maybe you're going to not understand the story at some times. Maybe you're going to be bored at some times. I certainly was. Also because, since I said I watched it at a night bar, they had to transform the place every Wednesday for this film club. That's the first Wednesday I've ever been. So there were portable seats, such uncomfy seats, but it was free tickets. But yeah, you're going to be bored, you're going to be entertained though. But what else is there? So was there good acting? Good enough. The actors played it very seriously in such a goofy film. The composing, in many Australian films, was great. Apparently the guy's an artist, so he composed themes to each character for when they played. So then the 4 stories, what were they? There was the story of... So basically, the main story was that there's this company that sells an illegal drug and is testing it out on 4 homes. One of them, there's 2 boys that go to a couple of inbreeds, and those 2 boys end up dying from those inbreeds, getting eaten by them, I don't know. But yeah, that story was fucking wild. To be honest, the woman one I thought was just a trans actor. Because, yeah, it looked so inbreeded. Then the other 3 was so fucking weird. I loved the prosthetics. There wasn't any gooey goodness in that story. It just felt out of place in this world, in this anthology. Because then the other 3 were very different. There was this businessman who traveled. We got to see his, the 3 phases on him. Hallucinogenics. I forgot the second one. There was body melting. So, you got to see the hallucinogenic, which was very powerful for this businessman who was traveling. I couldn't tell you what the second phase was. Then you got to see him die in a gooey goodness way. So, second story good. Also, I would just like to say, if these stories happen one after another, in how VHS did their stories, I would probably love this film so much more. It's just how the editing was shit. That's where it was. Yeah. Third story, a family gets invited to the drug company's headquarters, which is like a village where they test the food. Where they test the drug and they like drug the food, and that's how people digested it. The mum died in such a gooey way. I loved it. Her tongue like grew out of her body, and then she died from having too big of a tongue. So cool. The father just foamed at the mouth, and lots of goo came out, and green and red, and it was super fucking cool. And then the son died from being bad at roller skates. Yeah. I'm happy with the editing they did on that, because I do not want to see like a shot of that kid just falling down and dying. They edit it in a way where it's so calm, and I thank you, Philip Brophy. I don't know if I could have handled that child death. And the sister survives, the only survivor. And there was one story left, which I think I'm forgetting. What was the final story? I just saw the movie. I should know this. There was businessman. There was the villa. You know what? Take this as a point. The movie was so forgettable, so turn off your brain, that I already forgot the fourth story. If you've seen this and this was your favorite, I apologize. I'm just gonna pause this recording. I'm too lazy to Google the fourth story, so I forgot it. I don't think this is gonna get any views anyway, so don't mind skipping. But yeah, that's the film. I gave it a 2.5 out of 5. Just, honestly, yeah, if this had better editing, I would probably give it a 3 or 3.5. Not the worst way you could spend your time. Like, if you're into that exploitation or gooey goodness, this movie's for you. If not, this would be fine to skip. It's nothing special. But anyways, that's all. See you later, Cine Nerds. Have a great rest of your day. And yeah, bye.